In this medley of audio clips that are spliced together, I've used extracts from a speech that I made on the 14th of December 2023, last year, when I announced that the African Radical Economic Transformation Alliance is being disbanded, and that I myself and other members of ARETA are joining the economic freedom fighters in our individual capacities. I expand on the reasons why I've taken that decision. In the extracts of the podcasts that follow, I go into greater detail about why I rejected joining the MK party and why I was so unequivocal in my decision to join the economic freedom fighters. Statements that I made in those podcasts live up very well to developments since. And I can only say that I'm today even more convinced of the insights that I had a year ago and of the correctness of the decision that I had taken to join the economic freedom fighters. Please listen carefully.
I often tell the story a couple of months ago when we united around the table with leaders of various political parties of the left. And when it was my turn to speak, I said, comrades, I want to ask you one question. And please, you must just answer yes or no to these questions that I'm going to ask. Are any of you here against the return of the land to the people? Expropriation of land without compensation? No? They all said, no, we are for it. I said, are any of you against the nationalization of the South African Reserve Bank and bring an end to private shareholding? No, we are not against it. It must come to an end. Yeah? Said, so are any of you against a state bank? No, we're not. I said, wonderful comrades. But then I must ask myself, why are there so many parties around this table? Why are we not together? So when we say we accept that there may be different strategies taken by different parties, we in ARETA are regardless very clear that we believe the truly correct, real strategy is to unite now, before the elections, as a united force. The only realistic way that respects the voters of South Africa is to present them in an honest manner with a united, progressive alternative before, I underline it, I'm shouting because I can't show you the bold words on my statement, before the elections. Mpangazitha. So that they once again can be grasped by the imagination of the possibility of true freedom, and that their hopes can be rekindled. Many votes will be lost to the three horsemen of the apocalypse that it will lead to if we go for division, namely cynicism, apathy, and confusion. Once these votes are lost, they are irretrievably lost and will not be regained by some unrealistic hope of a vague regrouping of the Left Alliance after the elections, under conditions that will be far less conducive to the emergence of a united left progressive government that can unseat the reactionary right-wing forces of white monopoly capitalism black comprador capitalism and the international imperialist masters. Voters on the ground have told us in no uncertain terms that the proliferation of so many parties preaching essentially the same message of radical change is a source of confusion, which for many weaken, not strengthen, but weaken the message. The idea of creating a new political party, or even of resuscitating an existing liberation struggle loved name or entity into the new format of a registered political party, in order to unite the progressive left behind us, is at this late stage, only a few months before the elections, not realistic at all. True?
So listen carefully and listen with understanding. In this comment about the idea of creating a new political party, harking back to the past, using the logo of a historical movement in the liberation struggle, I spoke specifically, without mentioning the name of the MK party, about the knowledge that I had that President Zuma was going to launch such a party. And I reject it, saying that it will not be in the interest of forging progressive unity. In fact, that it will undermine that unity, cause division, and cause confusion. Now let's continue listening.
Even if this was a viable option, which certainly it is not, there is no time left to be able to do so. At best, it will only add yet another name, yet another logo to the already far too long list of splinter left political parties that will only contribute to the further confusion and cynicism amongst the already tired and exasperated voting public. This issue can be revisited after the crucial 2024 election. But now, we must work for unity. Unity. The only realistic option for the progressive left to unite with the hope to succeed is therefore to reduce, not enlarge, reduce the number of fractional splinter political parties and to unite behind one strong existing left political party that has proved itself to have the political infrastructure and indeed will be able to do the organization and capability to muster the left progressive vote in South Africa into one united voting bloc. In fact, Areta strongly believes that the most sensible and revolutionary thing to do is for all the myriad of left splinter parties to unite behind one strong left political party that has proved itself to be capable of bringing out the massive left progressive vote, especially the youth vote, that represents the largest percentage of the voters in South Africa. That party is the Economic Freedom Fighters, the EFF. Under the capable leadership of the Commander-in-Chief, Comrade Julius Malema of the EFF, and the capable leadership of his Central Command.
I want to talk about the faction, the RET faction within the ANC, right? You are very supportive of Jacob Zuma. Personally, yourself, you were very close with him. When he appeared in court, you were by his side. You were a friend in a beat. But did Jacob Zuma tell you his intention of starting a political party? Because I even remember the time when you were the spokesperson of the MKMVA and you were there, you were supporting him and so on. But did he really open up to you that, look, the intention is we will open up a political party?
Yes, President Zuma told me long in advance that he was forming the MK party.
Okay.
In fact, I was aware...
At the time you were in MKMVA at the time?
I was aware when the MK party was first registered.
Yes.
By
Jabulani Khumalo?
By Jabulani Khumalo. President Zuma took me into his confidence, so I knew what he was planning.
Okay.
So the idea that I decided to join the Economic Freedom Fighters because I did not know that MK party was to be formed is not true.
Okay.
It is a total fallacious idea. I knew exactly. I took a very deliberate decision that I was not going to join MK party, but that I was going to join the Economic Freedom Fighters. And I see on social media there are those people who say to me, well, why don't you go to MK party? We think you should come there. We think the culture of MK party suits you better. Why? There's no such. I've made a clear, unequivocal, very rational decision to become a fighter in the Economic Freedom Fighters. Let everyone understand me clearly. I knew that President Zuma was going to announce the MK party. It didn't catch me off guard. He told me exactly what he was going to do in advance. And I told President Zuma exactly what I was going to do and the other members of Areta were going to do in advance. He knew when we called that press conference 2 days before he made his announcement. That we were going to announce that we as individual members of Areta are joining the Economic Freedom Fighters. And I'm here to work. I'm not here to play. I'm here to be available for any job and the EFF wants to give me. I told the Commander-in-Chief when I met him on Saturday, I'm here to work. I'm at the service of the Economic Freedom Fighters. Tell me what to do, I will do it. And now we must campaign and fight to make the EFF the largest part. What I'm saying is that I'm concerned about the way in which the MK party comes over as another faction of the ANC rather than an independent party. I'm concerned about this task that President Zuma says he had given himself to save the ANC, because I don't believe the ANC can be saved. I've said that for more than a year now, unequivocally so.
Sure.
And I would be inconsistent if today I was suddenly turning around and saying I'm going to become a part of a project to save the ANC when I said the ANC is dead, because you don't resurrect a corpse. It's dead. I'm not one of those fake pastors who believe that you can resurrect corpses. The ANC is dead. So it is wasted energy and effort.
Yeah.
As the Commander-in-Chief said, it would have been a great boost to the EFF if President Zuma said he will vote for the EFF. But okay, he decided to go the route of the MK party. With all my reservations about the MK party and the kind of task or duty that it has given itself, and the way in which it still represents itself really as a faction of the ANC, I still hope that all of us will be able to work together. I still hope that in the future we will be able to unite left progressive forces, which will include also the MK party. But I'm strongly of the conviction that the EFF is the political party that should take the lead because it has earned its stripes. I'm strongly of the conviction that my job today is first and foremost to mobilize for the EFF, for the growth of the membership of the EFF, and for the growth of the voting South African public to vote for the economic freedom fighters. I want to see the EFF emerging out of the 2024 elections in all the provinces and nationally as the strongest party and as the party of governance. The people of South Africa deserve an economic liberation in our lifetime. It deserves strong, young, committed, consequential, decisive leadership. And all of that is being provided by the EFF. So I'm in my heart, as I'm translating now directly from an old Dutch saying, in my bone and marrow, in my been and murg. I'm a member of the EFF. I'm a fighter of the EFF.